and find out what their outlook is in terms of individual stock ideas and where we could potentially be headed as well on the index. Kunal, Bothra and Nooresh Merani with us. And Kunal, let's get in a sense from you as to what you're penciling in by way of levels, given that it's been the broader markets, of course, that have been beaten badly, but we're down 2.5% for the week gone by. More of the same?
So maybe a few more days of mild weakness for the indices, but I would believe that we should now get into the process of a bottom formation for the index. Now there are very two important data points which have come out in terms of the stats for the index. One, of course, is the index coming back to its 200-day moving average, both exponential as well as the simple moving average. And in the last 20 months, we've tested this level thrice, and in all three attempts, we've managed to get back into a very strong recovery for the index. And even in the previous attempts, when the index had fallen below those averages, we just managed to get back into a very muted kind of a sell-off and a mild correction, but more of a base building which happened into the index over the next couple of weeks. So that's one very interesting data point which we've seen for the Nifty playing out. And the second and the most interesting one is that almost 90 to 95% of the stocks in the small cap, in the mid cap 50, as well as in the Nifty 50 are trading below their 50-day moving averages, 20-day moving averages, and 100 and 200-day moving averages. So I think only Nifty is the only one where you have almost 60% of the stocks which are below their 200-day moving averages. But for both mid caps and small caps, the numbers are significantly higher. So when you have such kind of a market breadth which is extremely oversold, it's also an indication that we could be getting into a process of a rebound pretty soon. So my expectation is that maybe a couple of days of more of mild correction for the indices, but more of a base building formation which could happen over here.
Right. So Kunal, what stocks would you pick out today?
So for the day, I would go with two sell calls. The first one, both of them are the more weaker charts from the respective sectors. The first one is a sell on IndusInd Bank, the stock which has been extremely weak in terms of relative price performance over the last 6 months to 12 months. So would look out for targets in the range of 1,000 on an intraday basis, stop loss at 1,034. And the second would be a sell on IGL, the stock breaking below previous swing support of 407. So would look out for targets in the range of 394, stop loss at 415.
Nooresh, what are you flagging off as your top trading calls today?
So being a little more defensive, looking at large caps for a bounce back trade with a very strict stop loss. So first is a buy on Reliance Industries. In the last two sessions has been trying to hold on to the lows of 1250. So keeping a strict stop loss at 1240, expecting a target price of 1340 as a bounce back trade. Second is a buy on SBI. The stock has consolidated after the breakout, has come back to the retest. Post the quarterly numbers had seen a spike towards 850 odd levels. So out there, it's a risk reward trade. Again, expecting a bounce back towards 850, stop loss at 790.
All right, there you have it. Those are your top trading recommendations.